3:40 a.m. is not a coincidence. Understand this sign from the universe. At exactly 3:40 in the morning, the whole house is asleep. Outside, complete darkness, no wind, no sound. And suddenly, your eyes open. No nightmare, no noise, just a strange pull, as if someone whispered your name. And this isn't the first time it's happened. You told yourself, maybe it's stress, maybe bad sleep, maybe you just drank too much water before bed. But it keeps happening, every single night, the exact same time, 3:40 a.m. Not 3:38, not 3:42, exactly 3:40. Can that really be random? I'm telling you right now, it isn't. And this isn't happening only to you. At this very moment, millions of people around the world wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. In America, in Europe, in Japan, but especially in India, because thousands of years ago, ancient sages believed this hour carried a hidden power. But before we continue, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell, because the things we talk about here, you won't hear anywhere else. This channel is for people who don't just want to exist, it's for people who want to awaken. Now imagine a man named Arjun. He's a software engineer, lives a normal life, office at 9, home by 10. Everything looks fine on the outside, but inside, something feels missing, an emptiness, a restlessness, like he isn't really living, just surviving. And then, one night, at exactly 3:40 a.m., he wakes up. Have you ever felt that too? Like life is okay, but not complete? If yes, type one word in the comments: awake. That's our signal to each other that we're ready to wake up. Now, let's talk about ancient knowledge. The ancient sages of India divided the day into 8 sacred phases called prahars. Each one lasted 3 hours, and each one belonged to a different cosmic energy. This wasn't mythology to them. It was the world's oldest system of understanding time and consciousness. The 4th prahar, between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., was called Brahma Muhurta, the time of creation, the moment when the universe is most awake and the human mind is most receptive. But even within Brahma Muhurta, there was one specific moment considered the most powerful of all: 3:40 a.m., the exact point where the deepest energy of night meets the first breath of dawn. A bridge between worlds, a doorway between states of consciousness. Ancient texts say that whoever wakes during this hour with awareness can access higher clarity. And in certain traditions, it is said that at 3:40 a.m., Mahakaal, the Lord of Time, begins the cosmic dance of transformation, and anyone who is awake feels that energy. But this idea doesn't exist only in Hindu traditions. In Sikhism, this sacred time is called Amrit Vela. Guru Nanak taught that the early morning hours are the best time to remember the divine. Different traditions, same message. Ancient sages also believed something else, that humans do not have only 2 eyes, but 3. 2 see the outer world, the 3rd sees what cannot normally be seen. This 3rd eye is believed to exist between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra, and according to spiritual traditions, 3:40 a.m. is when this center becomes most active. Shiva is called Trinetra, the 3-eyed one. One eye sees the past, one eye sees the future, and the 3rd eye sees truth itself. And at 3:40 a.m., it feels like that eye is looking directly at you. So let me say this again. Waking up at 3:40 a.m. is not necessarily a problem, not necessarily stress. Maybe it's an invitation. From the universe, from your own consciousness, a part of you is trying to wake up, and it's asking you one question: are you ready? Now, let's talk about science, because if you think this is only mythology,
modern neuroscience has something interesting to say too. Research on sleep cycles shows that between 3 and 4 a.m., the brain enters a unique threshold state. Your cortisol, the stress hormone, is extremely low. Melatonin begins to shift. Your mind is neither fully asleep nor fully awake. This is known as a hypogonagic state, a doorway between the conscious and subconscious mind. At the center of your brain is a tiny gland called the pineal gland. French philosopher René Descartes once called it the seat of the soul. Ancient traditions associated this same center with the third eye. One truth, two different languages. Some researchers also connect altered states of consciousness to compounds like DMT, sometimes called the spirit molecule. And many spiritual experiences throughout history have been linked to these in-between states of awareness. Then there's the vagus nerve, a powerful nerve connecting the brain, heart, and gut. When activated through slow breathing, it can create deep calm, heightened intuition, and emotional clarity. And interestingly, at 3:40 a.m., the nervous system is often at its most sensitive state. Your brainwaves also shift during this hour toward alpha frequencies, the same frequencies associated with meditation, creativity, and deep prayer. The same mental state linked to inventors, artists, and moments of insight. And there's more. During the deepest hours before dawn, the Earth's electromagnetic activity becomes quieter and more stable, less interference, more stillness. And in stillness, human awareness becomes sharper. So now you understand. Ancient spirituality and modern science are pointing toward the same possibility, that 3:40 a.m. may be one of the most powerful moments for inner connection, not coincidence, design. So what should you do if you wake up at 3:40 a.m.? Most people roll over and go back to sleep, and maybe that's the mistake. Here is a simple 5-step practice, just 10 minutes, but it could change your life. Step 1. The moment you wake up, stay in bed for 30 seconds. Keep your eyes closed, don't panic, and silently repeat, "I'm listening." That is acknowledgement. You opened the door. Step 2. Sit facing north. Ancient traditions believe the Earth's magnetic energy flows most strongly in that direction. Step 3. Take 5 deep breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This activates the nervous system and calms the mind. Step 4. Repeat silently in your mind, Om Namah Shivaya, 21 times, and as you repeat it, visualize a blue light glowing between your eyebrows. Step 5. Ask one question, just one, about your life, your purpose, your relationships, your future. Then become completely silent and listen, because sometimes the first answer that appears in silence changes everything. Arjun tried this practice. The first night, he asked, "What should I do with my life?" And the first thought that came to him was, "Leave your job." It terrified him. Bills, responsibilities, family pressure. But the answer kept returning. Day 3, day 7, day 14, same answer. And on day 21, he finally resigned. 3 months later, he was working at his dream company, making 3 times more money. Now, I want to ask you something. If you woke up tonight at 3:40 a.m. and could ask one question, what would it be? Write it in the comments. Money, love, health, purpose, or something deeper? And now, a challenge. 21 days, because neuroscience says it takes around 21 days to build new neural pathways. And ancient traditions also believed 21 days of practice could transform the mind. But there are 3 rules. Rule 1. Before sleeping, say, "I'll be waiting." Rule 2. Whenever you wake up, whether at 3:40 or 4 a.m., do the 5 steps. And Rule 3. Keep it private. Ancient traditions believed energy becomes weaker when shared too early. So if you accept the challenge, comment only one number, 21. Now, listen carefully. This practice may not only bring peace, it may also bring truth. And truth is not always comfortable. Some relationships may end, some habits may disappear, some paths may collapse, because transformation begins with destruction. That's why Shiva is called both the destroyer and the creator. So if you only want quick comfort, this practice is not for you. But if you truly want to change your life, then maybe this moment found you for a reason.
On the 21st night, Arjun woke up again at 3:40 a.m. But this time, he asked no question, because for the first time in years, he felt complete. No confusion, no fear, no emptiness, just silence and peace. Tears rolled down his face, and he finally understood. This was what he had been searching for all along. So remember this. Waking up at 3:40 a.m. may not be a coincidence. Maybe it's an invitation from the universe, from consciousness, from the deepest part of yourself. And the next time you wake up at 3:40, don't go back to sleep immediately. Sit up, close your eyes, and whisper, "I'm here."